Hey there, Broom Riders! Welcome back to another edition of Purple Broom Apothecary Presents. I am your hostess, Natalie. Thank you again for joining me. I know it's been a while since I have done a video, but I've been kind of putting this one off for a couple of weeks because there's been a lot going on, but I'm super excited and stoked to do it, so here we go. This is going to be another tarot review / reveal video. This one is for the Stolen Child Tarot. Now, this is a deck that, thanks to Arwen, you really need to stop. I backed last year, and it's by Monica Knighton, and I really was stoked about this deck because she based her artwork on a poem by William Butler Yeats called The Stolen Child. So this one was one that I was super excited to get because I wanted a deck that would allow me to connect to Fae energies, and I think this is going to be the one to do it. So here we go. We're getting the teeth in there this time. Okay, so I'm going to open the box. Now, I do want to tell you when I got this deck. She also included, let me show you. Well, I already put it into my grimoire, sorry. She included this beautiful print that's in color, but it's also in black and white, and then this additional Stolen Child card, which I just already love the artwork in this deck. So I thought this was really neat. This is in black and white. She said she couldn't decide which rendering she liked better, so she included both. And I thought that was pretty cool. So if I can get the plastic off the wrapper, we'll get it. Now, first off, let me talk about the box, because boxes, like it or not, are kind of important, especially if you're a collector and you tend to keep them. It's got a nice magnetic closure that snaps down. That's really nice. It's a very sturdy box. The artwork on the box is really pretty. I like the fact that it talks a little bit about the fact that it was inspired by the poem here. So that's nice. The boxing is very, very nice. Now, this is what the inside of the box looks like. I like the fact it's got the QR code. You can go to scan for more information, or for the, as she calls it, a field guide. Those of you that have been watching the channel for a while know that I do not refer to the book very often. So now the deck itself is wrapped, and as you can see, these are pretty good sized cards. This is what I would consider like an oracle deck size. So let's see what the material is like. Now, the material is kind of a neat fabric-y matte kind. The cards are pretty flexible, so they're not super stiff, but they'll make for good shuffling. This is the King of Oak, so I'm going to assume that Oak is the Pentacles, just from the feel of it. But I really like the artwork on this deck. This is very Fae, very, very Irish in nature. There's Queen of Oak. Now this one has an interesting image. The blood on the hand there. The bees. This would be an interesting deck to read with. Now, there's this little card that was included in the back that I think is just an extra card. I like this one. And then here is the Fool. The Magician. The High Priestess. I really like that one. That one has a very mothering feel to it to me, which is not something I often get from the High Priestess. The Empress. That's more the one I usually get the motherly feel from. The Emperor. And I really like this one because it shows the father in a protective role, which is nice. The Hierophant. Perfect card for that. The Heron. The Hierophant. The Lovers. I like that. Not only is it two bats, but it's two children. Okay. The Chariot. Sometimes slow and steady wins the race, right, folks? Justice. And the Hermit. I really like this one. Now, the Hermit is my favorite of all of the guide cards in the deck anyway. So this one I really like, because it's almost as if he's channeling those spirit energies of your guide animals, your totems, and he's pulling that in. and yet there's light. You know, it's not all dark and interesting. So now this one is very interesting. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Now that's very unusual imagery for a wheel. I would have expected like maybe a wagon wheel or, you know, something along those lines. So the fact that she's using the penguins is really interesting. So very interesting. Woo! And I just dropped all of the cards. So in any case, this is what the backs of the cards look like. And I like it because it's pretty much reversible. I mean, you've got this little image here that tells you which direction is up, but you know, I don't read reversals anyway, so it's just I'm kind of particular how things turn out. These are really, really neat cards, and I can tell you that I really like this one because this one speaks to me of the Morrigan. Definitely. With the moth imagery, you get the crone with the raven, of course, and all of the fae imagery that goes with it, like the toadstools. That's just, that card just screams Morrigan energy to me, which I love. So, in any case, the Devil's a good one too, folks. The cards look like they're, you know, they're not flimsy, but they're not going to be hard to shuffle. They are big, so for my little hands, it might be a little hard to shuffle them up, but I really, really, really love this deck. I just love that one. The coloring is beautiful. It's pretty vibrant. It's really a nice deck. So if you have an opportunity to get your hands on this deck when it comes out full on, I would definitely do it. Again, this is the Stolen Child Tarot by Monica Knighton. Really nicely done, I have to say, and I'm really pleased that I was able to back this deck because I'm going to really enjoy using this. I think this one's also going to be good for working with the inner child. So shadow work involving inner child, clearing outer pains. It kind of harkens to me also of an episode of The Twilight Zone, which I love, but I won't go into right now. But I really do like the artwork on this deck a lot. This is going to be an absolutely phenomenal deck to work with. So again, Stolen Child Tarot by Monica L. Knighton. If you can get your hands on it, do it. It is definitely worth it. Probably one of the best decks that I backed thus far. So, Marwin, thank you so much for getting me into trouble again with that. I had to explain to my husband I backed this like a year ago, so he didn't believe me. And Monica, thank you for the additional prints because this really adds value to me to the deck. And I do appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching.